One of the most difficult things about selling when it goes sideways is knowing what to do. As an action-oriented person who's used to having a positive impact on positive results, you're probably feeling like there are a million things that you have to do in order to drive that kind of a result. And you know as well as I do that you can't do a million things at the same time. So as part of your PAIR process, get a list, make a list, write some things down. Write down all of those things that you think can have an impact on your business. This is a great creative exercise because as you empty your brain, seeing that list, seeing those options on paper will allow you to actually be more creative and come up with some more options. Then what I want you to do is I want you to prioritize that list, 1 to 20, 1 to 2,500, however many it is, whatever it takes to make you feel like you have a little bit of peace. And then what I want you to do next is very, very important. Anything after number 3, get rid of, at least for right now. Because the thing is, you can't really have more than 3 priorities. If you've got more than 3 priorities, you have 0 priorities. So if you have prioritized correctly, then your first 3 will probably have an impact on the rest of the list. So don't worry about anything past those first 3 right now. Either write down what you've got to do or what someone else has to do if you're going to delegate in order to accomplish those 3 objectives. Then execute on those objectives. Now, if you've prioritized correctly, what you'll find is that your execution of numbers 1, 2, and 3 on that prioritized list will have an impact on the rest of that list. So you may have more to do later, but understanding how the top of that list is going to impact the rest is vital in order to reprioritize and then execute again on the next 3. Break things down into manageable chunks. You may empty your brain onto a piece of paper and you may come up with a really long list. You can't execute on a really long list, but you can execute on shorter lists in order of priority so that you are getting the maximum amount of impact out of every task that you execute. Think about this. Slow things down. Make things manageable. You've heard this before, but you have to slow down sometimes to speed up. This case is certainly one of those times. Do one thing at a time, up to 3 things running simultaneously that are going to have an impact on the rest of the things that you need to do. You will have much more repeatable, measurable success in a much shorter time frame than you think.